We did it, guys. We did it, Joe. But all jokes aside, thank you so much for being here with me because I am officially accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, which means that my channel is fully monetized, which means that I can start making money now doing what I love to do here, which is talk about books and communicate with people all over the world about great books. So, obviously, we're celebrating, so I have a beer here. You guys grab a drink and let's get right into this video. Hey, y'all. Welcome to, or welcome back to my channel, ScottieShereeReads. Yeah, we're going to get right into what this monetization looks like for people who don't know. I'm going to give a quick rundown and how I got there a bit faster than I was expecting to this year, thanks to you guys watching my videos. So, if you don't know, YouTube has a program called the YouTube Partnership Program where there's actually two different tiers, and we'll get into the information about that. But ultimately, you get ads on your channel in order to make money. So every time someone watches your video, you know, there will be clickable or skippable ads that they can watch for a couple seconds, skip. Some play all the way through, but you make a little bit of money that way. So ever since the beginning of this channel, I've been working to finally become monetized through this program. So at the beginning of 2026, I was taking a little bit of a hiatus at the end of 2025 and knew when I came back, I wanted to start the year strong with 2 videos a month. And I've been pretty consistent with that. Definitely in January, I started the first video back January 1st. And most of the time I upload either Sunday or Monday and then Thursday. And last month there were a couple of hiccups, but for the most part, I've been pretty steady with this. And I saw that the algorithm was kind of working in my favor. Like my videos continued to do better and better and more views and more watch hours. So thank you as always. I think the hype feature that I've talked about, that's at the bottom, hype this video if you like what you see. It really helps push me to other individuals who might not naturally see my content, and that's been helping me a lot. But anyway, so I knew at the beginning that I had 1,000 subscribers. So in order to do the first tier, which is like a membership type thing that you can open to your subscribers, which I'll get into detail about that in a little bit. But you need 1,000 subscribers, but then you also need 3,000 watch hours. And I was under 3,000 at that point. I think I was under 2,500. And I was hoping to get to that by the end of February, which I did. But the one that you really want is the second tier, which is when the ads come into play and you become monetized from just every single watch that someone has when they come to your channel to watch a video. And my goal at the beginning of the year was to achieve that obstacle by my birthday month, by the end of May. And funny enough, as time was going, in February, I saw that I hit the first tier, which is the membership tier, was unlocked. But then, literally, like the last day of February, I got a notification that I had reached 4,000 watch hours. And yeah, that was mind boggling to me. So, yeah, as of right now, this is my first actual monetized video. It's all good to go, which I can't thank you guys enough. It's all about you watching and commenting and engaging, and I just love what I'm doing here in this space. I love seeing the growth. I love to see that this can actually be a potential career for me. And yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough, but I do want to get into some giveaway information because I want to say a big thank you for the people that are here. And yeah, let me grab some notes and I'll be right back about the giveaway that I'm doing on this channel to say thank you. As stated, we are going to get into the giveaway information because I want to do something special for you guys because as of right now, I am currently sitting at almost 2,000 subscribers as well, which the last 1,000 have crept up so quickly. Yeah, I'm 1981 at the moment. And what I want to do is I want to open this up to anyone, and I'm gonna do like a $40 US dollar book of any book that you want. I wanted to leave it pretty open so that I can kind of purchase from my own ethically sourced space. I know a lot of the time it's easy to go through Amazon, but I don't want to do that. So let's get into the way we can enter this giveaway in order to win whatever book you want that's capped at 40 US dollars. So, as I mentioned earlier, the top tier for me was unlocked, which means there's an option for memberships. So, as you guys know, it's free to have an account on YouTube and to subscribe to my channel, and you can see it in your subscriptions feed. Anytime I post, you can put the little alert button so you're aware you're not missing any of my content. However, I am able to now have a special tier that's a member, like a channel members group. So that would mean that I would pick whatever price it would be. It'd be $2 a month or $3 a month or $5 a month. I'm still workshopping all of this, and you would get special features. So you buy into these special features, and those could be like reading sprints that I want to push myself to do because I like to engage in other people's reading sprints, but I haven't conducted my own. And that's a little nerve wracking, but I think that's something that I want to do because you really get to know your subscribers a lot more intimately in that format. Exclusive videos, exclusive vlogs, Q&A videos, just anything like that. But as you can see, I'm still trying to workshop the membership idea. So I want your help because who better to ask than the people who actually watch my channel. So if you're watching this and you would like to enter the giveaway, I ask that you leave a comment of what you would want to see and what you would value if I were to open up this membership option. As I said, I'm still workshopping it. I don't know how much it's going to be, but I would love to be able to workshop with you guys. So leave a comment of what you would like to see and what you would value if you were to pay for my specific membership. And if you don't have any idea or you're more of a silent watcher, which is totally okay, just leave this emoji in the comment section. And the way I'm going to do this is each person gets one entry and I'm going to be putting them in a jar. And on Friday, what's the date? On Friday, March 13th, I'm going to close it at noon Mountain Time. Ooh, I almost dropped my beer. Noon Mountain Time. And I will pull from the jar and I will announce it on my community posts tab here on YouTube. I think I'm going to leave it open to anything. Like, I know that sometimes shipping can be a little confusing, but I think the majority of people are in the US, Canada, and the UK. But when I announce who the winner is, I will contact you through the YouTube channel, like on the comment section, and then I'll direct you either to my email or my Instagram direct messages so that we can kind of exchange some information and stuff privately and in a safe space. And if there happens to be something like someone lives in like Sri Lanka or something and it's just hard because I'm in the US to get something over there, then we can figure out if I need to just like Venmo you or Zelle you or something just to give you that information. I would like to be able to physically buy the book and ship it to you and do like a little package and stuff, but I just don't want to, ostracize anyone and feel like they can't do it because you guys are all special to me. So I want to make sure that I do this giveaway correctly. So there's that. You have until, I said, noon Mountain Time on Friday, March 13th, which I believe is the Friday the 13th, funny enough. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm very, very excited. A lot of cool things are happening. As you guys saw in my previous video, which I'll have linked above, I did an unhaul video, which is funny because I actually have 10 books here that I hauled in the excitement of all of this to kind of celebrate and treat myself for this accomplishment. I became a Pango Books ambassador. Like I said, I'll have that video linked above. I'll have the information linked below. I have my own page if you want to go look and see what books I unhauled that are still available for purchase. And you can also use my free promo code, which is ScottieShereeReads, which is on the screen. And you get, I believe, $5 off your first purchase. So there's a little plug there. I'm also now a Libro FM influencer to be able to get their advanced audiobook credits, which is awesome. And I also have an affiliate link that I'll have linked below that gets you guys a discount off of your first, like if you sign up for a membership. If you don't know, Libro FM is a website that basically sells audiobooks. It's in great competition to Audible. So if you don't want to spend your money at the evil Jeff Bezos and that whole company, then Libro FM is great because you get to pick your own personal, like, local library. It doesn't even have to be local, but independent bookstore. So for instance, the one that I use is Changing Hands Bookstore, which is here in Phoenix. And anytime that I have a credit or buy an audiobook, it directly benefits them. So you can pick on that website if you have a membership, whatever local or whatever just independent bookstore you want to independently support. And you can change that oh, as well. You don't have to just stick to one. But anyway, enough about all the plugs. All the information's in the description box below. But I did want to get on here because I do have 10 books that I bought in February as celebration. So we're gonna do a celebratory book haul really quickly. And don't say anything because you know that I did an unhaul and you know how many books I have on my on my shelf that's unread. But you know, this is how I treat myself, and I think that I deserve that for now. So let's get into the book haul. Okay, so I do have 10 books here, which is kind of a lot, but hear me out. What I've realized is that in February and March, that's the best time to visit at least my local bookstore because I feel like after the beginning of the year, people are starting to declutter or they've gotten gifts that they're tired of reading or they don't want, and there's a lot of like new releases and stuff that they have discounted. And as I was walking around, I found 10 books and I want to share this with you guys and I'm very excited for some of these finds. So I'm going to start with the fiction books and then I'm going to end with the nonfiction books here. And the first one I have is a middle grade that is called Fighting Words by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. I'm going to read the back of this really quickly, but I picked this up because I am planning on doing a video that I saw from Bo at Bo Reads. Is it? Give me one second. I don't want to mess up their name because I love their channel. Is it Bo's Books? Yes, Bo's Books. I'll have her video linked below, but she read off of her never-ending like TBR on Goodreads, the highest rated and the lowest rated, and I want to do the same thing. And I peeked at that, and this actually is in like the top 3 highest rated, which was surprising to me because I hadn't heard much about this. I think I heard about this book originally from probably Ashley at Realm of Kidlit Comics, and I'll have her channel linked below. But yeah, I picked this up. It was only like $10 because middle grade's just a little bit less expensive than the $40 new release hardcovers for adult books, which is getting insane. But anyway, it says here, sometimes you've got a story you need to find the courage to tell. 10-year-old Della has always had her older sister, Suki. When their mom went to prison, Della had Suki. When their mom's boyfriend took them in, Della had Suki. When that same boyfriend did something so awful they had to run fast, Della had Suki. Suki is Della's own wolf, her protector. But who has been protecting Suki? Della might get told off for swearing at school, but she has always known how to keep quiet where it counts. Then Suki tries to kill herself. Dang, from middle grade? And Della's world turns so far upside down it feels like it's shaken her by the ankles. Maybe she's been quiet about wrong things. Maybe it's time to be loud. Okay, I forgot. I knew this was going to be a heavy book, but I didn't know it was that intense. So yeah, I'm eager to pick this up. That's interesting that it's middle grade. Wow. All right, next up here I have Stag Dance by Tori Peters. And this is a trans author who also wrote Detransition Baby, which came out several years ago that is a really popular book, especially, and I think if most people are like, hey, I'm looking for trans authors or trans books, Detransition Baby and Tori Peters comes up pretty often. And her short story collection came out towards the end of last year, I believe, so this is a pretty new release, and yeah, like this would normally be like a $30 book, but I got it for $14.95 and I'm very excited about it. I want to go into it pretty blind. I know that it's just a collection of short stories. I think there are 4 in here. I love the cover. I love this bright pink, the spine. So yeah, that was a really cool find for me. All right, next up I have We Spread by Ian Reid. Originally $26.99 and our price now is $7.99. So I got a hardly used hardcover for $7.99, and I'm gonna move through these quickly because I don't want this video to be too long, but all I know about this one is it has rep of Alzheimer's or dementia or both, and that affects me very deeply. My grandmother had very severe dementia, and I'm just always looking for stories about that, even though I know it's a hard topic, but I haven't read one in a while, so when I saw this in the sales books, I was like, I had to get it, and I'm excited to pick this up at some point. Next up is my Aardvark book club pick, because you guys know that's the subscription service that I love. And that was Nowhere Burning by Catriona Ward. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to go into it pretty blind, but this is a horror novel that kind of says, it says right here, okay, Nowhere Burning is a harrowing tale of survival that places the dark fairy tale of Peter Pan and the ruthless Ooh, I can't talk today. And the ruthless dangers of Lord of the Flies into the unforgiving maw of the Colorado Rockies. So, Catriona Ward is a pretty prolific horror writer that I have not picked up any of their book before. The Last House on Needless Street I've seen quite a bit, and Sundial I've seen quite a bit, which are their books. So yeah, when I saw this and it was a new release that just came out, I had to pick it up from Aardvark Book Club. The next one I have here is Birth of a Dynasty by Chinaza Bado. And I paid for this full price because I'm just very eager to get to it. This is a black author, black fantasy series that this book came out last year. And I was eager to pick it up regardless, but I did a video, which I'll have linked up above, where I had 12 of my friends each suggest for me a book to read throughout the year, and thinking about doing like one a month. And this was my pick from Kayla at Kayla's Bookish Vibes. And yeah, I'm excited to pick this up. I know that the second book is going to be released this year. The second book in the series is going to be released this year. So I saw it and I was like, yep, I'll spend $30 on this book because I know it's probably going to be very good. And, you know, I'm celebrating. So why not? Okay, then we have The Favors here by Lane Fargo, which was a very popular release last year. It is a retelling of Wuthering Heights, and it released I think it released last year, right? Or was it 2024? Let me see. Yeah, no, it was released in 2025. If you don't know, there was a new movie adaptation that came out last month, I believe, of Wuthering Heights, and I haven't seen great reviews about it, but this one was only $9.95, and it's in great condition, so I figured I would pick it up because I kind of have an idea of like reading Wuthering Heights because I've never read it before, reading that, and then reading this, and maybe watching the adaptation and doing the book comparison or the two books versus the movie. We're still workshopping it and seeing if that's what I want to do, but I decided to pick it up because it was only $10 for a pretty new release. So cool find. And then the last fiction book I have here was another cool find. It's called The Dream Hotel by Layla Lalami. I got this one for $14.50. Doesn't even look like it was read at all. All I know about this one came out in 2025 as well, so just a great steal. All I know about this is that people say this is kind of like a Black Mirror episode, and if you say anything about Black Mirror, like, I love that TV show, so yeah, I just want to dive into this without knowing much. I have seen kind of mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people like the concept, but it was a struggle to get through, but I'm very excited to see how I feel about this one. All right, and then quickly we're going to go through the 3 nonfiction books that I picked up. This first one I paid full price for because I want to read it this month because I'm just really intrigued with it, and that is Perfect Victims and the Politics of Appeal by Mohammed El-Kurd. I picked this one up because a couple months ago I read the popular One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. I think that's a good read, but I did have a couple of issues with it. I'll leave my review up above. And I'm still kind of sitting with that one. I don't know if I'm going to do a full in-depth review of that book or not, but I want to pick this one up because I've seen a lot of people be like, if you had some qualms with the other one, this one is just a better read. It's from a Palestinian author. It says quickly on the back here, it says, Perfect Victims is an urgent affirmation of the Palestinian condition of resistance and refusal, an ode to the steadfastness of a nation. So this is going to be my nonfiction read of the month of March, and I just paid full price because I wanted to have it right then and there. Then I saw on the sales rack this chunker called King a Life for $10. Oh, I didn't realize that Jonathan Eig, not sure how to say that, was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, but I don't think I need to say much about this. In our climate and stuff, I feel like I need to know a lot about our leaders and and fighting for justice in this country. So yeah, $10 for this floppy paperback. I will hopefully work my way through this, I hope, this year. And then the last book here was a cool find because I'm actually reading Cast currently as my nonfiction read, and it's by the same author, Isabel Wilkerson, The Warmth of Other Suns, the epic story of America's Great Migration. Found this one for $10.50. It's a big book, but I know that a lot of my like family members and stuff have said that this is a really, really, really good nonfiction read, and I'm very much liking Cast from the same author, Isabel Wilkerson, so when I saw this on sale, I had to pick it up. So yeah, those are the 10 books I got for myself, but you guys could see some of them were really on sale and I couldn't give it up. But As I mentioned earlier, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. If you want to continue to support me, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. If you have the hype feature, hype this so it can get pushed to other people and we can keep growing this community here. And don't forget, if you want to enter the giveaway, leave a comment down below of either what you want to see from me if I open up my membership page to have access to exclusive content, or just leave this emoji in the comment section. I believe that's it, y'all. Yeah, let's talk in the comments until the next video. Chat soon, y'all.